Hi YouTube, hi everyone. This is the third video in our series. In the first one, we have seen introduction to OOPS. Then we have seen class and object, self, and many more things which can be also helpful for your interviews or your journey, web journey. So in this video, we are going to see access specifiers. In Python, access specifier doesn't play a very big role, but still it is asked in an interview or it can be helpful for your development journey. So I'm teaching you. So let's see what actually access specifiers are. But before that, let's create just a simple thing, do dot access specifiers dot py. Okay. Also, let me just clear it. Now let's see. We have already seen how to create class and objects. So access specifiers. Let's jump directly into it. So and trust me, it is a very important topic in terms of interview. Okay. Sometime it happens that someone is from Java or C++ background and they take interview for Java Python people. So they always ask this access specifiers. So what is access specifier? In some languages like Java or C++, you have multiple access specifiers, public, private, protected. But in Python, we don't have strict keywords, but we still have a way to control the access. What actually access specifier is? Uh, it is defined to how accessible a class attributes and method from outside of a class should be. So here in class objects, we have defined some attributes like name, color, species. We have also defined some methods, bark, say my name. Now, access specifiers gives us a control that whether this species or name or color should be accessible from outside. See, here we were able to access dog1.name, which was a um, attribute of an object, but still we were able to access it. So it makes basically a rule so that how a attribute or a method should be accessible from outside the class. In OOPS, it is used to encapsulate data and protect it from unwanted modification. Okay, that's being said, maybe let's directly jump into it. The first access specifier which we have is Python. Actually, is public. Actually, in Python we don't have strict access specifiers. Okay, so public. Public. Let's suppose we create a class which is a demo, and again we are creating a constructor. I guess you already know about constructor. It takes self parameter, and we have like self dot name is equals to anything maybe lucky. Okay. Uh, that's it. Now, if I create an object which is of demo type, okay, and object one dot name, I just print it. Okay, print it, print it. Okay, print it. If I just run this Python, it's two. Okay, so I'm getting Zaki. So what public means? It is accessible from anywhere. Name was inside this class, but it was accessible from outside the class also. So this is what public access specifier means. Okay. Now the next one is protected. Protected. Okay. Again, I'm going to take the same thing. Okay. Let me just comment it out for this moment so that it can be helpful for you. It should be Zaki. I just made a small mistake. Okay. Now, protected, it means that it is for internal use, but still can be accessed. Okay. So if we and how we make something as protected, just we add a single score, single underscore before the name of the variable. If I do like this, is it still accessible? Let me just check it out. Let me just run. Ah, still it is accessible. Then what is the use? So again, I told you that in Python, there is no strict access specifiers, but so that's why it works, but it is not recommended. Okay, like commonly used. This is commonly used for attributes that might be overridden in a subclass, but not meant for public API. Okay, So what if you just let me give you an example of how these things work in another programming languages. Okay, so let's suppose you have a class which is you have class one. You made some methods or variables, attributes as public. Okay, so all the methods or attributes which are public, it can be also accessed from outside the class. Okay, sorry. This is the screen I didn't switch to this screen. So let me repeat it. So you have a class one and you made some attributes or methods public here. So it will be easily accessible from outside the class. But again, let's suppose we have the same class one, and we made the methods attribute as protected. It will be not accessible from outside. It will be only accessible to a class that inherits it. Let's suppose we have a class 2 which inherits class 1. We will see inheritance. So if a class is inheriting something, then only this one can access that protected variables, protected attributes or protected methods. Okay, and when we have a class 2, sorry, when we have a class 1 and we have defined the attributes as private or method as private, it is never be accessed by outside, not even the subclasses. This kind of classes are called as subclasses. This is called as superclasses. So if I have a child, the child will be inherited by me, so that child is subclass and I am superclass. So that's why it is called as subclass, and this is called as superclass. My handwriting is very bad. Okay, so this is the concept in other programming languages where there is a strict access specifier, and this is really helpful. Okay, so in Python, basically it's not strictly enforced, but basically generally we used this protected uh, to tell other developers that it might be overridden in a subclass, but it is not meant for public API. When we are writing such kind of things in public, it is meant for public usage. It means that the method can also be used outside of a class. Okay. Now again, let's see about private thing. Okay. So private. By private, it means that the variables and everything should be its own. It should be private. Okay. So we have created a class demo. In it we have something like this. So to make the variable or attribute as protected, we added one underscore, but for private we have to add two underscore. Okay. Now again, let's try to do this. Okay. Now it's given an error. Demo object has no attribute underscore name. So name, as it is private, it cannot be accessed from outside. But this is not true. In Python, there is something as uh, name mangling. Okay, let me tell you how we can access this. Okay, so if I write it, what is my class name? It's demo. So if I write something like this, okay, now let's check whether I would be able to access it or not. Yeah, I'm able to access it. So this concept is called name mangling. Okay, basically we don't use this. Okay, if it is kind of agreement between the developers that if something is public, it can be accessed through public API. It can be accessed from outside the class. If something is protected, it is giving you sign that although it is a protected, don't use it. It might be used in just in the subclasses as we do in other programming languages. If it is private, don't access like this. Okay, don't do naming mangling. Okay, it is just for like Python is very like you can say more closer to English and it is not very strict. Okay, so that's why name mangling we never use, but you should just know about it. Okay, so in Python there is no true private thing. Okay, you can access the variables using name mangling. So name mangling is a mechanism in Python where attributes with two leading underscore, like here you can see this was name was having two leading underscore, are internally renamed by Python to include the class name. Actually, whenever you write something like this, Python already converts your name like this. It just add underscore class name and your variable. So that's why we can directly access it like this. Okay. And if you want to see it, okay, you can simply see it. Okay. What I can do is print. If you want to see whatever is inside the object, you can also use another dunder method, which is dict. Okay. So just do this. Dict. Sorry. Let's see what is inside this object. So if I do this, see, it has already stored it like this. So this was the variable which we were accessing using name mangling. Okay, so it already stored it like this. So there is nothing new. Okay, so this is what we call it as name mangling, but it is never used. Okay, in your projects. Okay. Um, So in Python, there is no strict kind of access specifier, but in Java or C++, private is enforced by the compiler. You literally cannot access the member from outside its class, like here I have already explained you. Okay, like in public, it can be accessed outside from class. It is protected. It cannot be accessed. It can be only accessed by the subclass. In case of uh, protected, sorry, in private, it cannot be accessed from outside or not even by the subclasses. So that's why you might have seen a lot of bank applications, more secure applications are made on Java. Okay. In Python, where there is no true enforcement, it is just used for convention. Okay. The idea is still is like we all are like consenting adults here. Python trusts developers to respect access intentions. You can still access a private variable, but we don't do this. Okay. So let me summarize it with making a table basically. So what are the access specifiers we have in Python or in any language? We have public, private, maybe they can be protected first. We have protected, we have private. Um, what is the syntax? This is the syntax. Just we have a, if we have one underscore, it is protected. If we have two underscore, it is private. What is the access level? It can be used from anywhere. It can be access from maybe let me just do a bit hard work. This is basically syntax. This is basically a syntax. Access level. So it can be accessed, public can be accessed from anywhere. It is for internal use, although it can be accessed also from anywhere, but we generally like Python is for adult and yeah. We agreed upon something. Okay. It is enforced. Is it enforced? Like no, as we have seen that public was accessible from anywhere. Protective was also access from anywhere. So enforced no, but it is partially enforced because private variables we were or private methods we were not able to access from outside the class. But still, we can do name mapping. So there is no true enforcement, but still it's really really important for us. So that's it. Let me just push this code actually so that it can be you can see on this stage. Okay. Okay. So in this video we have seen a lot of things about access specifier, and also we have discussed how it is useful in other programming languages because you should know it because you know Python is based on C. So we have seen about access specifier, about public, private, protected, and we have also seen name mangling. Although it is not true enforcement, but still we use it as a convention. Okay, so meet you in the next video. In the next video, we are going to continue this OOPS series. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the comment section. Till then, bye bye. Thank you. Meet you in the next video.